Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Splash Recap by Uniswim Canada. That's UNI Swim Canada on Instagram. So we're going to be covering all U Sports swimming, so all meets, big events, and of course, championship season when we get to that. My name is Marty.
And my name is Kelton, and I'm happy to join you.
All right, so to begin, we're going to start with the Canada West Conference, where the University of Regina participated in a meet with several different club teams called the Regina Marlins Fall Breakout Meet. So, Kelton, you looked into that meet. Were there any times or events that stood out to you?
Well, on the women's side, there was just one athlete that stood out to me, and she had two events that I thought were exceptional. Her 50 backstroke, she went a 30.00. She added .9 to her best time, but still to go a 30 at this early on in the season is a good accomplishment. And her 100 backstroke was a 105.1. She added 1.7 seconds, but still at this point in the season to be swimming that fast was very good to see. Both her times were very close to U Sport times, if not have already qualified. Her PB times. On the men's side, there was three athletes that I thought were good. One of them, he in his 1500 free went a 16:51. He added roughly a minute, but still to be swimming under 17 minutes this early on in the season for the mile is a very, very good accomplishment. And another athlete went 52.7, adding 1.6 seconds, but still a 52.7 this early on in the season I thought was a very good time, and it shows that there's a lot of improvement to be done. And another athlete for their 200 free went a 158.9, and their 50 back was a 27.7. They also added 1.9 seconds, but still, to be swimming this fast early on in the season was very good to see over in the Canada West area.
Yeah, I agree. Those are some very solid times from the University of Regina. It's September. Their championship meet is in November, so you got 2 more months. So that's some fast swimming to be doing this early in the season. And again, if they get those U Sports qualifications, the more people they can send to U Sports, the more points they're going to get and the better they're going to place. So next up, we're heading to the OUA, where there were two very important meets that went on. The first of the meets that we're going to look at is the Waterloo versus Guelph meet. So the Guelph University, they sent their team down to Waterloo, where they went one-on-one against the University of Waterloo Warriors. I wasn't surprised by the men's score. I wasn't really surprised by the overall score, but what I was surprised by was the women's score. Waterloo's women were able to defeat the University of Guelph. Kelton, what do you think about that?
I 100% agree. After seeing what the women's Guelph team did at OUA's last year, coming third, bringing home a medal as a team was a huge accomplishment for them, and they've always been up at the top of in OUAs. So seeing them lose to the Waterloo women, who they often usually dominate against, it was surprising. And for the Waterloo women's team to beat them by 150 points was very shocking for me to see.
Yeah, I agree. Guelph has done phenomenal in the last couple of years. I know they shocked everyone. The Guelph's women's dominated divisionals last year. And again, like you said, they got third overall at OUAs. So traditionally a very strong women's team, but Waterloo got the win right now. Now, of course, it's too early to say if this is going to dictate their season or not, but it's an interesting start. So next up, we have McMaster versus Western. Once again, not overly surprising by the results. I think it was a closer meet than a lot of people expected, but what I was most surprised by was McMaster's women beating Western's. So what do you think about that, Kelton?
I would have to agree with you again. Western's women have always been a powerhouse in the OUA swimming and in U Sports swimming in Canada. Seeing the MAC women's team beat them, narrowly beating them, of course, but still, it's a big accomplishment for their team, and it's exciting to see what the MAC team is going to be able to do for the rest of the year. That's not me saying anything negative against Western. Western is still a phenomenal team, and I still think Western is going to be a good competitor at OUAs and divisionals and future meets. So just one meet doesn't dictate how good a team is going to do for the rest of the year, but still, seeing the MAC women's team beat the Western women's team was cool to see.
Yeah, I fully agree with you there, Kelton. It's a very, very close score, like you said. Very narrowly a victory for MAC, but it probably feels really good for the MAC women to be able to take down the number 2 team in the OUA in their first meet of the season. Now, will they build on that success? Will Western come back stronger? That's the question. That's what's going to be answered, especially in November at divisionals, where we're really going to see where all the OUA teams are at. All right. So that about wraps up our September recap. It's a short recap as it's a short racing month. A lot more is going on in October, as you all know if you follow U Sport Swimming. So again, if you want to see more stuff about U Sport Swimming, you can follow Uni, that's UNI, Swim Canada, on Instagram. We post results from every single swim meet across the country that involves university teams. Thank you, everyone. We hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the next recap. Goodbye.